Alright, we're live again. Once again, an unprovoked stream, but just got done with the Avro RJ. Feel like doing something a little bit more classical. Here we are with the Fly Simware Lear 35. Cool. Oh, let's talk out as I get this started, but we're gonna start with battery, of course. And then just trying to remember how to do this. Alright, I know we need one of the inverters. Alright, so yeah, you start it at the. You're supposed to advanced fuel at the sign of any turbine movement. I just had a brain fart for a second with this aircraft. I haven't flown it in quite some time. Do a cross generator start. Remember, this aircraft was very sensitive. I've never flown it with a joystick. I've only flown it with my yoke. Alright, cool. Good to go. Sure we got our lights turned on appropriately. I think there's a light glitch with this one. The beacon flashes inside. Yes, we do. I'm gonna shoot all the way up. All right. Alright. Cool. We're good to go. I know the lights are very impressive on this. Taking off from a very short runway, so I don't remember how good the performance is on this, but we're gonna go for it. Is that stall heater? Stall heater, stall heater, stall. Perfect. Alright, let's go. Perfect. ready to go. Yeah, I'm starting not to be a fan of this monitor. I never realized how poor it could be. Oh, whoops, that is the wrong. Oh, whoops, I'm busy looking at the control panel. I went off the damn runway. Oopsie. Alright, cool. I messed up the control panel. So it was reporting my stream is offline, but I realized that I am, in fact, looking at the stream. Oh, there we go. All right, let's send it. Cleared for takeoff. I wish I knew more about like the engine limitations and stuff on this, because this doesn't have FADEX or anything like that. Like, this is about as old school as it gets. It's heavy when you first take off for some reason, I think. And it handles like something that has like a supercritical wing. And then it just launches into space afterwards. I wonder if I have... Oh, I forgot to do a flight plan, didn't I? Oh wait, no, I got it. Alright, cool, let's do it. This thing is so much fun to fly, it's so fast. I gotta say that Fly Somewhere, in my opinion, is some of the best value aircraft. The system depth, although their motto is "Fly the Vintage Skies," it feels very complete. I purchased this plane when it was in beta on 2020. The performance is always incredible. This was one of the only jets I can fly on my actual laptop that I use sometimes when I'm traveling. If I want to go up high or do any type of VATSIM stuff, if I want to be able to do airliner type operations. But it's incredible. I would recommend their stuff to anybody. It's just so composed. I love a composed add-on. I always like to fly with the yoke. That's not weird. I like to see my movements. I feel like when you use a joystick that the movements are way more like tell you what, ray tracing does this game a ton of justice. Yeah, well, I might. I prefer to stream on YouTube. You would be correct, Mr. John. I do. I prefer to stream on YouTube. The problem is this. I'll just have to, I guess, break down and move all my stuff to the other computer. This computer was never originally meant to be like my flight sim PC. This computer didn't even have a graphics card until this was just like my web browsing PC. It had originally a AMD 7500F or 7600 non-X. I can't remember. It was whatever basically the cheapest AM5 CPU is with integrated graphics. I had that, and then I had nothing going on. It only had 16 gigs of RAM. It was just like a web browse PC, and it was running Ubuntu Linux. Then my nephews and my son all kind of got interested in Flight Simulator on the Xbox, and I was like, I know that's on PC. You know, like I play it on PC, but you know, I like the performance better, and the options and the mods on PC is just, you know, it's just way more fun. Anyway. Yeah, so then I started building PCs, and I was like, well, I have this one, and I moved the PC with the 4090 downstairs with the rest of the computers I built for Flight Sim for the kids, and then I moved it back up here when I had another machine that I was able to use down there, because I was just, you know, it's a lot of money to just have around all that chaos. So now I got both computers back up in the extra bedroom up here, and so I upgraded this PC slowly. I had a 7600, then I got a 7800 X3D when one of my buddies upgraded to a 90 whatever X3D, and put that in here. Then another one of my friends bought a 7900 XT. He got cold feet about having an AMD card, and he returned it to Best Buy. The Best Buy had it for $525 open box, or I'm sorry, $485 open box. I paid $525 total, I think, and I bought that in the U.S. and then brought it here, put it in this PC. My son already had a 7900 XTX, and I really liked that card, so I was like, the one slightly slower than it's probably going to be great for 1440p, and it ended up being a great 4K card too. And yeah, long story short, man, this computer, then I started attaching, like, I wanted to keep my good stuff upstairs, so I was sorry, let me figure this out. Yeah, so I wanted all my stuff on this computer or upstairs, so I kept this here. That one was downstairs when I put all this together, and then now because I seem to get better views on Twitch, and there's not really a reason to leave, I might I might just do NVIDIA, so that way I don't have. I have 3 machines here. I have this one, and I have it like set up like 2016 style with 2 machines streaming into a computer with a 3050 that's then doing the NVEC to Twitch. Yeah, so I will say, I know I've talked about this a lot, but I believe it's important if you're going to be doing just a lot of flight simming in general. I would go AMD over NVIDIA if your primary use is going to be flight sim. Now, if you're going to be playing other games too, then I would recommend you go back towards NVIDIA just because I might be wrong in what I'm about to say because this and like Red Dead Redemption 2 are really the only games I've been playing as of late. Anyway, there's some games I think look better with like DLSS and like there's a lot of unoptimized games apparently. I don't know how much I believe some of. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've definitely played unoptimized games before, but sometimes I wonder if people don't realize that the 1080 is 7 or 8 years old now. And yeah, it's still okay for 1080p, but that's about it. I had one of those and I would game at 4K, and sometimes it's funny because you would get like 35 FPS and be like, whoa. It's taking me. Perfect. There we go. Now we're sorted out. I'm going to turn the sim rate down for just a second. And I am going to check something. We're going to have to... I got to go run down the hallway real quick. I apologize. descend soon. Excuse me. No, this will probably be the last little stream for tonight. This is like, I was doing this so I can reacclimate to my junior airline schedule. I just became a captain right around Christmas, so I don't have the best schedule, although I do have some pretty good routes. Very easy, good home life. Yeah, well, so I started out on vacation, and then I got my sinuses looked at because right around maybe like a month ago, I just started getting this bad smell in my, I thought like there was that animal like died in my roof or something. I just kept smelling it everywhere. No one else could smell it. And yeah, it was. I don't remember what I was watching, but something made me like freak out. And I was watching a show or a movie. I can't remember now, but they were talking about always smelling burning, like a burning candles or like a burning cigarette smell. And the person in the movie ended up having, or the TV show or whatever it was, I don't remember, ended up having some type of like brain tumor. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I go to the doctor, and it turns out that I've had a sinus infection for quite some time. And it got way worse. It got really bad when they started treating it. So it was like I broke my nose, like that area between your eyes that swells up when you break your nose. That is what I was experiencing, but without like the black and blue part. Yeah, I finally, I'll tell you what I ordered for rudder pedals, because I have these custom ones right now that they work flawlessly in 2020, but in 2024 there seems to be some trouble. I'll tell you what I ordered. They're the I think they're the Turtle Beach ones. I'm trying to pull up my Amazon because I ordered two. I got the VKB Sim T-Rudder. This thing is not liking the time acceleration. The most viewers. Okay, so there's one time that I don't really count. I got what's it called? When like somebody ends their stream and then they send all the viewers over. It's like viewer bomb or something like that, and that went up to like 2,200, but then it like dropped to like 700, like like almost right away, and then it like dwindled off over the next 30 minutes or so, maybe even less to be fair. If we're going to be doing our IFR boys into this thing is so much fun to hand fly though. I like to do more hand flying stuff. Like, I'm really tempted to go and do some bush stuff with the AN2 and back on 2020. Yeah, we're gonna switch over to 1X as soon as we get to Brno. We're over the Alps right now, aren't we? We're gonna get all sorts of banged up here in a second. Oh, the 10-mile phenomenon. So I have actually only heard this in the flight sim community. I have never heard it in my day-to-day job, but what it essentially boils down to is like how 10 miles seems to go by so slow, like when you're on like approach or something like that, and then it goes by so fast when like you're behind the aircraft, which I could say I can't recall a specific instance I have felt that way in the airplane, but I have felt that way with driving. Talking about wanting to get there quick, I had a first officer at my last job when I was still on the King Air. I had a first officer back when I was very, very, very new. We were going into Princess Juliana Airport, and hello, can you hear me? Okay, sorry. The little mic thing just like went completely red for a second. Okay. Anyway, it was a flight into Princess Juliana. It was a long flight too. It was from the origin. It was Fremont Key, or not Fremont. It's, the Fremont Auxiliary Airfield. Basically, like in the most eastern part of the Bahamas. I can't remember. Is the Fremont Auxiliary? It's the auxiliary airfield that's over there. It's used by their Coast Guard a lot, but this charter, fishing charter, had an office that was like really close to that airport, and I guess that's like where they arranged pickup. Anyway, I'm completely unfamiliar with both airports. You know, I'm very new. Like I'm incredibly green, and you know, we're in the air. We diver. Actually, I'm gonna get this factually right. I'll tell you right now because I can pull it up on my phone. So, the first, like, I guess you could say accidents happen. You know, misplaced. You know, not being prepared happens and stuff. One. You know, 20 minutes after takeoff, this guy's talking about how he forgot his lunch. And that put him in a bad mood, despite the fact that I had brought two lunches, well, like a lunch and a dinner with me, but I had two meals. And, because I didn't know what to expect for the day, but I knew I would be eating dinner before. Oh, Jesus. Right, we should have turned it off. Oh, I thought we were still in time acceleration. Wow. We're just going really, really, really fast. So anyway, the fact that he forgot his lunch already had him in a bad mood, which was like whatever. He first tried to tell me that he didn't eat what I brought, but then he ended up asking for it later on, which was kind of funny. Why is it so? Oh, it's the turbulence. So first he's trying to tell me that he doesn't eat what I brought. Something about it being pork, which it was not pork. It was beef. It was roast beef. That's what it was. But he looked at it and said, "I don't eat pork." And then about an hour and a half later, has to go to the bathroom. And okay, whatever. Like that's totally common. Particular now some of the aircraft in the fleet did have onboard lavatory, which was super awkward to use because like it was between where the pilots at the cockpit and the cabin, and the way it closed, it faced like the emergency door, and the way it closed was you would close the privacy curtain or like fabric door for the cockpit, and then you would close like this cloth zipper thing on the other side. So if you had to like take a shit, like you were sneaking into the whole plane. I mean, it was worse than it is on a regular jet. That's for sure. I am totally behind the aircraft talking about. So he has to go to the bathroom. We end up at Owen Roberts Airport, which is ironic because that's very close to where I live. We'll catch up. Yeah, I'm gonna be babbling all over this story, but anyway, he just ends up like trying to rush us there, like requesting lower altitude to fly. Then we weren't sure about fuel, so then we had to go like really high but really slow for fuel to save fuel. And it was a little bit of a nightmare. And keep in mind, this is the Caribbean, so I didn't tell on him, but I just respectfully asked to not be paired with him anymore, and they laughed at me. We are supposed to be down in that valley. See, we're not paying attention right now. It looks like, see, it does look like time acceleration is on, but it's not. It's just the frame rate is really good right now. Let's take a look at frames. Let's see what they are, because it's running incredible right now. And that's why I don't want to move away from this machine. I don't always like this machine consistently gives silky smooth performance, even though the overall FPS is less than yeah, it's funny you bring that up. Let's take a look. Resume. Oh, well, it's not incredible, but it's not bad either. This is pretty dangerous, isn't it? The best I got is the GPS radar. We gotta get down, down, down. This aircraft is funny because when you're not in trim, it is a lot harder. Like the controls are much heavier, and we're icing like crazy right now. I'm not sure if that's the way we need to go or not. Jesus. Oh, I love that when that happens. Oh, it's so great. I think in this one too, the actual rain will get rid of your ice too. I don't think it did that in 2020. I don't. I wonder if I could turn around in this valley or not. Could you imagine the kind of trouble you would get in if you did this in real life? I don't necessarily think you would go to jail, but probably if you were an American pilot, I don't know what would happen to you, to the FAA. But, oh Jesus, turbulence is crazy. See, I want to try and get in this cut right here. GPWS is going on. I probably should maintain altitude. I just don't know how close I am to the airport. I gotta really get down. This is what happens when you start telling stories. You don't finish the story, and that seems to be the way of flight sim. Everything from, oh wow, there's a building up there. Pretty cool if you ask me. Wow, the wind shear is nuts. Like right on top of this mountain. I wonder how much, isn't there oh yeah, it'll tell us like the final 200 feet. Okay, we do it just like this. Slow down first. Now we're back in the rain. Yeah, I think after this I'm probably gonna be good for the. I'll see how I feel. Oh snap. Track and now we can 90. Yep, illegal approaches. I wanted to do this better, but I got wrapped up in telling the get there itis story. I mean, nothing bad happened, but you know, to be fair, for my career so far, the worst thing I've ever had to deal with was an engine failure by myself, which was tons of fun. But luckily, it was a King Air, so there was a whole other engine to rely on. Something tells me I'm not on the right track. Still pretty high off the ground. It's like traffic lights in the woods. Oh, there's a road there. Figured as much. We're getting blown around pretty hard. Go. I know we're close. Coming in from the other side. Usually I'm used to coming in from the hospital. It right there, that's it right there. Gonna turn on our the recog lights on this thing are like ridiculously powerful. Go, Innsbruck. Wind is a little crazy right now, and it's definitely gonna be. course the autopilot is gonna screw that up. Oh my god. Oh, it pulled me so far off course. This is just not going my way. Sloppy, sloppy landing at Innsbruck. No. I mean, to be fair, like, I am not trying to do this night owl nonsense right now. I would rather be asleep, but this is my schedule. And I have been playing this for a lot longer than I've been streaming today, that's for sure. Yeah, it's way below us now. Oh my lord. We're here, oh my god. Alright, cool. I am gonna get off after this. I am a little burnt out on things. I scratched my aviation itch, but tomorrow I think I'm just gonna start streaming from the moment I get on the game instead of this, because there's too many sloppy flights at night. Okay. Just kind of like good sometimes. Alright. Oh, we are way off. Let's see if we can save it. Oh, perfect. My reversers are programmed. I just remembered I may not have thrust reversers. Alright. Cool. Well, guys, I'm going to be on a lot earlier tomorrow. I appreciate... Oh, we got to turn the steering on. Oh, now we can turn. Yeah, this is a great plane. I want to do more with it. Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning already. I was trying to go to bed earlier too, just because I do have a long day tomorrow, but I gotta get used to this staying up late again. I've been spoiled the last couple of weeks. Alright, Innsbruck Airport, y'all. Cool. Well, I appreciate everybody who stops by now and in the future. You know, the tone and nature of the content will obviously get more serious as time goes on. This kind of started out as just you know, group flight slash, you know, started streaming. A couple of the other fellows I talked to stream. So I'm just giving it a shot. See where it goes. But thank you guys so much. Subscribe if you want, and